Hi guys, I trust you're doing fine. Welcome to another episode of Amplified by Startup Lagos. And as you can see, there's a fine gentleman beside me. He's a startup founder. Even though he doesn't look it, he's looking so fresh. So here is Adewale Adeniji. He's the founder and CEO of Lumi Business. He's here to push out and of course to explain the solutions the products they've built gives to the society at large. We'll be having conversations around this. He'll be telling us more. They have a large number of products they've built, but it still puzzles me why they're pushing out this particular vertical. So I'll allow him talk. Welcome to Amplify, Mr. Wale.
Thank you, Tokwe.
So why Lumi Business?
Well, Toby, I think you'll agree with me when I say that we've done a fantastic job in Africa and in Nigeria in particular when it comes to payments. Different payments options for individuals, for businesses, for both disbursement and collection. But in running a business, there's much more to it than just payment collection. And I think there is a perception in the market that businesses are not quite ready for some more sophisticated tools when it comes to running their business. But we look at the business failure rate in Nigeria, it's as high as 80% in the first 5 years. So we know that these businesses need more support. So in our own research, talking to hundreds of business owners, we've seen that they are ready for these tools that help them comprehensively manage their business. And it's more about the way it's presented to them. It's more about user experience. It's about user friendliness. But there's definitely an appetite for these tools. So that's why we've set out to build an all-in-one business management platform to do just that. So this platform encompasses sales and inventory management, payments and expense management, as well as loyalty and customer management, with, of course, robust analytics and reporting, all to help these businesses significantly improve their operations, smoothen their operations, as well as grow faster.
So you're saying now that as a business, you could do bookkeeping, customer relationship management on Lumi Business.
That's exactly right. And, these are things that there is no escaping if you're running a business, right? These businesses, they are doing it one way or another. Either it's foreign solutions like Zoho, QuickBooks, or other solutions that come from international players, but they are not localized to our market here in Africa and Nigeria. So in talking to these business owners, we've built a purpose-built solution for them.
Okay, so I know there are other software as a service platforms doing something similar to what it is you're doing. But I can see right there in front of me, there's an hardware to yours. Does this give value to it, or you're saying maybe the customers you must have spoken to need this type of hardware to fulfill those things? Don't you think they can easily just do all these things on software? Like we have SaaS platforms for this need already. So why this hardware?
So that's an interesting question. So let me just say that Lumi Business is available on iOS, it's available on Play Store, and you can also use it on the web. So it can be used on any device. But we have particularly, curated this device, the Lumi Retail Box, to make life so much easier for these business owners. Because a business that needs a cashier system to run their sales operations, they need to think about buying that system, either a monitor or a laptop. They need to think about buying a printer, either it's a cordless printer or a printer that works with a cord. They need to think about buying a scanner, and they need to configure these devices. These devices need to work together in some type of way. That setup is often a deterrent for a lot of these businesses to even get started. The technology that they have to adopt intimidates them. But with this very simple box here, you have your tablets that you can use to process your transactions. You have an inbuilt printer. It can also process payments. It can also scan. So everything in one device, no setup needed. You just turn it on and go.
Okay. So this is interesting, to be very honest. So you're saying now that this and all comes. So if somebody were to want to, let's say, use Lumi now, or is it mandatory to get this, like a business?
Yes, no, not at all.
Okay.
This is our recommended device, but if you already have hardware in place, you can as well use any hardware that you have in place.
Okay, so the Lumi technology can be used on any of all those hardware. That's interesting. So moving outside the business a bit now, I mean, you running it as a startup, and including this, there must be cost. And what are the challenges so far? Challenges in terms of the adoption. I mean, trying to sell this to an already existing business, not an upcoming task. How has it been?
Well, you're right. I think it's definitely a hairy problem to solve. Requires a lot of patience. Requires us to be ready to provide these businesses with the support that they need to really adopt these solutions. I think what we found is that the pain is real. In terms of the tools these businesses are currently using, the Excel, pen and paper, or some outdated kind of legacy softwares that are just one-time installs. They are not connected to the cloud. They can't be updated quickly. So those businesses are happy for this alternative. So I think it's about taking the time to support them, to onboard them properly, and then once they get going with the solution, they tend to be very sticky.
That's interesting. So in a nutshell, you guys have paying customers already for this technology. That's interesting. I mean, it's very good to hear. So outside that, what keeps you up at night as a startup founder?
Wow, so many things. Really, I think the goal of every startup founder and myself in particular is to make a significant impact with what we're doing and what we're building, and that can happen if you don't get the right level of adoption.
True.
Right? So I think in terms of building, definitely there's a lot of talent there within the Lumi team, in the ecosystem in general. We have great builders. I think what keeps me up at night is how to tell our story the right way, how to really connect with business owners and get them to understand that they need the solution, and really just get that added traction.
That's interesting. I mean, a lot of persons will say what keeps them up at night is paying salaries, So I understand yours is quite robust, which is interesting, So if somebody watching now wanted to say, okay, let me try this Lumi thing out, what would be the first thing they would do? I mean, from engaging, trying to sign up, pricing and all, walk me through that.
Okay, so if you wanted to give Lumi Business a shot, you just need to go to lumibusiness.io. You can easily create an account within just 1 to 2 minutes. Once your account is created, somebody from our team will definitely get in touch with you, and do a comprehensive product demo for you. Try to get to understand your business and your pain points, and really just see how the solution can work for you, and then we go from there.
Oh, that's interesting. Very. So, one last one. So, let's say there's a business running like a chain, and a lot of their stuff are quite not dimensioned yet. Could this solution be white labeled for them? Like maybe you have a custom function set for a certain business. Let's say maybe an hotel chain. Is that possible?
So, it's definitely possible. Today we have the ability to manage multiple locations from